I'm gonna tell you right now, the biggest thing that has changed my life, I have manifested so much from doing this. It's starting to change my external reality because things are actually happening for me now. Welcome back. My name is Lacey Jane. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today was my baby Leona's birthday, and if anyone knows me, you know that my dog is my life. She's my baby, so I pretty much just do everything I can to make her feel loved. She doesn't really understand what's going on, but she's like, damn, like, I'm spoiled. But that is the reason that I kind of wanted to get on here today, because it's something that I've been thinking about here recently, and also with celebrating Leona's birthday, it kind of tied it all together. And so here recently, I have been reaching actually like a lot of my personal goals that I've had set for me. I've been reaching a lot of those milestones for myself, and I have been celebrating every single little one. I've been celebrating them to kind of just like feel a little more joy in my life, for one, but also to give myself a little bit of credit. And the reason that this has been coming up for me lately is because for me in the past, I used to kind of view all of my goals through a lens of, I guess I would say probably more scarcity rather than abundance, because with me celebrating my little wins, I'm definitely living my life in a little more abundance than I used to. But I used to view everything through a lens of like, okay, so I achieved this goal. I don't want to be too loud about it. I don't want to tell anyone about it. I don't want to brag about it. I don't want to celebrate too much. And this is a cool goal, but this isn't as cool as this goal. Like this is nice, but it's not that. Or this is okay, but it's not really a big deal, because that's a big deal. It was like this lens that I was looking through where I basically was like cutting myself down and like self-deprecating probably. But also, I was just like looking at it, like not giving myself enough credit for achieving simple things. And the reason I thought about this specifically today, sorry, I had to backtrack. The reason I thought about this specifically today is because I think about like the idea of birthdays, the ritual that we have surrounding birthdays, like how we celebrate just solely the fact that someone reached another year in their life. And with these milestones that I've been reaching in my life, I look at them and I'm like, you know, other people would probably look at this and be like, okay, why are you happy about that? And I'm like, okay, shut up. But also, I just look at them and I'm like, I can't believe that I'm actually like achieving all of these goals that I've set for myself. And what I did for myself for reaching this goal is I got breakfast. Well, my boyfriend bought me breakfast to celebrate. It's incredibly nice to have a really good support system, so make sure that you surround yourself also, just a side note, with people that will support your teeny tiny baby goals. Oh, and shout out to my sister too, because she always supports me in my little teeny tiny baby goals. But I bought myself breakfast just to celebrate this teeny tiny goal in my life. And I started thinking about this and I was like, you know what? These goals in our life, and this is like the weirdest like reference that I could make. I was like, okay, so our goals in our life are kind of like, the teeny tiny ones are like little, just like specks of sugar. They're just like specks of sugar in our life. And over time, we'll have all of this sugar. And you think about a sugar cube, just think about a sugar cube in itself, how it's made and just compounded of all of these teeny tiny specks of sugar. And those teeny tiny specks of sugar make up this one giant sugar cube. It makes up this one thing that's representative of all of these little things that it had to do to put it together. And that's what our life is. Our life is these teeny tiny little milestones that when you back up and look at it, they all look like these teeny tiny milestones up close, but backing up, you see that they create this huge grand picture of something great that you've achieved. And I've noticed that when we start to celebrate these things, these little tiny things in our life, for one, it helps us to remain present. It helps us to remain present in every single day. And for two, it also helps us to remain grateful for what we have, because when you're grateful, you're staying present. When you're grateful for what you have, you're staying present. And I think back to moments in my life where I wasn't grateful and I wasn't present because I wasn't giving myself enough credit. And I think back to the past me, and I remember that the life that I'm living right now is the life that I have prayed for. The past version of me prayed for this version of me. And I think about that and like, well, the past version of me wasn't grateful. And what I'm doing right now by celebrating these little wins, by celebrating these moments, these little milestones in my life, is I'm preparing myself for future me. I want the future version of me to look back at this version of me and say, you know what? She celebrated every single thing in her life. And that's the biggest thing from the past that I didn't necessarily learn, is that when I wasn't celebrating these things and I wasn't thankful for what I had, the universe was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not thankful for what you have? Okay, that's sending me a message. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the biggest thing that has changed my life specifically in like the past 2 months, the biggest thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have manifested so much from doing this. And this isn't like a manifesting video, but this is just something that I want you guys to maybe incorporate into your life, because it's starting to change my narrative and it's starting to change my external reality, because things are actually happening for me now. I'm actually achieving all of these goals by celebrating, and this is what I'm doing. Every single time I achieve something, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter what it is, I stop and I say, wow, I am so proud of myself. That's it. And you know what that's doing is it's starting to change the narrative for me. It's starting to change things for me. I'm starting to find more to celebrate in my life. I'm starting to find more to be thankful for in my life. I'm starting to actually remain proud of myself and actually remain thankful for these little moments. And you can do this for everything in your life. You can say, I am so proud of myself for getting out of bed today. I am so proud of myself for taking a walk today. I'm so proud of myself for brushing my teeth today. And you can celebrate those things. Granted, you don't have to actually go buy yourself breakfast or treat yourself or do anything. You celebrating is you being proud of yourself. That is showing the universe that you are proud of yourself. You are thankful for this moment, no matter how big, no matter how small. So today I encourage you, no matter what you do, no matter what small step you take, I encourage you to say, I am so proud of myself, and I choose to celebrate this. I choose to celebrate this moment. Whew. I hope you guys are feeling as fired up as I am, because, yeah, I'm feeling pretty fired up. And I'm not going to lie, like, here recently, I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, okay, so we just had like a Cancer new moon, and I've been thinking to myself, like, this doesn't feel like a new moon at all. It feels like a full moon. And why am I so sad? So I have been like having a lot of, like, kind of depression, a lot of anxiety. I've had trouble sleeping. But despite that all, I am still like, I'm so proud of myself. Like the other day, I was so sad. I just sat home and I started watching This Is Us, which I think could be a mistake if I want to make myself feel better, but like, who knows? I started watching This Is Us and I was like, I'm going to have pizza rolls for dinner. And through it all, I was like, you know what? I'm so proud of myself for not like curling up in the fetal position. It's as simple as that. So that is essentially the message that I wanted to send you guys today. I just wanted to remind you that you can literally celebrate anything in your life, and it's incredibly important that you do so just to remind yourself of how far you've come, and just to remind yourself of the present moment, because all you have is this moment, and you look back and all of these moments are going to compound into this one big giant, just huge ball of amazingness that is everything that you've accomplished. So I hope you guys got something from this, because I feel like I got something from this giving this over to you. So if that makes sense, I am probably going to spend the rest of my day doing nothing. No, actually probably just going to be lazy and love on my dog some more. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure that you comment below and let me know, or like this video, and tell me what you're proud of today. Tell me what you're celebrating. I'm sure that whatever it is, it's worth it. It's worth celebrating. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe and stay out of the sun because it's sweaty out there, at least for me. And anyway, I love you. I will see you guys again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back next week for more. Bye, guys. Is it your birthday? Is it your baby birthday? Okay, hold on. Are you gonna go to the doggy toy store and pick out toys?